Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Moose, and as you know, the ban list has officially dropped. So instead of talking about the ban list itself, because honestly there are going to be so many videos already out there about what this ban list is doing and what cards were hit and ban list reactions, I thought I'd just go with something a little bit different and just do a post-ban list tier list, just to start it off with, how are we doing and what decks can you expect to see going forward. These are just my predictions though, so, take it with a pinch of salt and let me know down in the comments what you think about what I said about these decks. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Make sure to leave a like if you like the content, leave a comment telling me what you think, and subscribe for more content like this. Okay, so let's get into it. Starting with Dpe. Fusion Destiny took a hit down to 2. Verta is still a thing. Yeah, I don't think Dpe is going anywhere. That thing is staying S tier. Dpe is just too good of a card, and the engine is still pretty solid. 2 Fusion Destiny, I don't think that makes too much of a difference. Going on to Dragoon, honestly, I think Dragoon is still, I'd put it around A tier, high A tier. Any deck using Dragoon, the card itself more than a deck. It's still a good engine. Red Eyes Fusion is still a good card. Not as good as Dpe, but Verta is still a thing, so using Dragoon is still a good and viable strategy. Then getting down to Drytrons. Drytrons lost Ava, as we know. So honestly, I think, the deck's still good, but it lost some real extension power. I would put Drytron in high B tier, maybe low A tier at the moment. Not really too great, but pretty good. Tri-Brigade. If you are looking at letterless Tri-Brigade, so Bird Up, that lost quite a lot. So, we've got Recital Stalling down to 1, we've got some more being forbidden. Not great, so letterless Tri-Brigade, I would say I would put it down in B tier, maybe, low B tier. But normal Tri-Brigade and other Tri-Brigade variants didn't really take a hit except for Imperial Order. While it is a big hit, I don't think it's something that Tri-Brigade itself will suffer with, because the actual Tri-Brigade engine took no hits, so I'm still leaving this up there in A tier. Then, for Invoked, Dogmatica, and Shaddoll. Right, I'm just going to put these all three together, because we play them together, we play them separately. They took exactly 1 hit, which was Nadir to 2. It takes down the consistency of your Dogmatica package a little bit, but I still think Invoked Dogmatica Shaddoll is a solid deck, so I'm putting them in B tier. So, Invoked, Dogmatica, Shaddoll, let's put it in that actual order just to satisfy my own brain. I think it's still a solid B tier, high B tier deck. Might be better than Drytron now that they don't have Ava, but I don't know, we'll see. Mystic Mind, there's actually a reason that I put Mystic Mind here on this list. Number 1, didn't get touched, it's still at 3. And now Skill Drain's a thing at 3. So Mystic Mind decks actually got a bit of a boost here, but I think with no Imperial Order that kind of sucks. But with Skill Drain, I think it'll be a rogue deck. I think it'll still be doing some things. Prank Kids as well, I'm putting in the rogue category. I've got S, A, B, C, D, I just didn't feel like renaming them. I think Prank Kids will be a bit rogue. Dragon Link, I think, goes up to high B tier. It didn't really take any hits in this thing. The banning of Imperial Order really helps, and, it is a really, really good deck. So, honestly, with 3 Red MD, I don't think that'll change the deck too much, but Dragon Link is still a really, really good contender. Salamangreat, I would put that up there with Rogue as well. Maybe under Prank Kids, but I think maybe just a little bit better. 2 Circle does up the consistency of a deck that thrives on consistency and recursion. Being able to get those solid monsters to your hand does help, but I don't think 2 Circles really going to change the deck that much. I'll give it as a solid Rogue contender, but, it is what it is. But the banning of Imperial Order has me really, really excited about one particular deck, which I'm gonna be a little bit biased about, just because, I am, but banning of Imperial Order is a great thing for Pendulums, who also got Astrograph Sorcerer back. Because I've played Pendulums up against Imperial Order in Master Duel. It's not a fun time. It is a terrible time, in fact. But with Astrograph Sorcerer back, and with Imperial Order banned, Honestly, I'm going to put Pendulum in... I'm going to put it at the bottom of B tier at this point. I may be a little bit biased, or a lot biased, but honestly, skill drain doesn't really matter to Pendulums that much. Play 3 Endymion, you just collect spell counters, pop the skill drain. It's a spell effect, doesn't matter. They can't run Imperial Order anymore. Anti-spell fragrance still hurts the deck and things like that, but there are outs to that, whereas Imperial Order you can't play any spell outs whatsoever. So I'm putting Pendulum at, the bottom of B tier, sort of top of C tier. So it's all. Honestly, it didn't really take much of a hit except for Protoss. It's a big hit, but it still means the deck can play everything it was playing before. Baron de Fleur is still a card, so I'm putting Swords all up here in S. Then in A tier, again, we've got Phantom Knights. It is a ridiculously good deck. Its recursion is crazy. It can also use the DPE engine, so, it's a very good deck. I'm not gonna lie. It's exceptionally good. So we're gonna have it there in A tier. I'm not quite sure about Tri Brigade versus Phantom Knights. I think they're both A tier as well. Virtual World, also Imperial Order being, Imperial Order being hit also does help Virtual World, but honestly, I don't see Virtual World doing that much in this meta. Maybe it'll change now, but I haven't seen Virtual World doing too much. The good thing is the deck can still play under Skill Drain, at least for the summoning of Virtual World monsters. You can pop the Skill Drain with Choo-Choo. King Long's still a thing, so the deck can still play pretty well under Skill Drain and doesn't have to worry about Imperial Order anymore. So I'll put that deck as a solid, C tier contender. I think about there should be good. Honestly, just on a thing, I kind of want to move Mystic Mind down here to D tier. Then some other decks which I haven't put on here, but I've been thinking about. Altergeist, honestly, they are not doing, the best, because Imperial Order hit actually does hurt. And then there's another deck, which I actually don't have on here, which is kind of a problem because I wanted to put it on here, which I think will either be high B tier or could actually go to A tier with Imperial Order down to 0 and Raigeki up to 3, and that deck is Sky Striker. And I haven't spoken about it so far, and I forgot to put Engage on this list, but I think Sky Striker could be a really high B tier deck, maybe even A tier. 3 Raigeki, no order. Sky Striker is going to be playing spells all day long, people. There's nothing to stop it right now. Honestly, with the hand traps that Sky Striker has access to, the way it can fit into other decks, the recursion, I think Sky Striker is going to be a little bit of a scary one in this meta. So, bottom of A tier, high B tier, that's about where I have it. So that's my tier list for the next upcoming meta. That's what I think people will be playing and what I think will be coming out. Obviously not taking into account Grand Creators and the new Brave tokens and everything coming out. I don't have Flawanderies on here because why bother at this point? Because some more gets done. So honestly, let me know what you think down below and make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks everyone. See you next time.